Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
That's right, and welcome to another episode, and this episode is called Where Attention Goes, Focus Flows.
Very good.
It's almost like a Disney song in one of the Disney musicals, you know, a spoonful of sugar, you know, where attention goes, focus flows. Sorry.
You're always bringing the fun.
I've only been in Orlando for 2 months and I'm ready. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. So what I really wanted to hit on here was just about focus. You and I talked about this. It was a while ago where we created this title, and we talked about the fact that I think we were riding bikes, or we were talking about Pastor Rob in one of his sermons
he was riding a motorcycle.
And while he's riding, if he looked to the left, then that's where his tire started going. Mm-hmm. And he was always like, you've got to be able to be looking where you want to be going. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was on our trip to Florida, mm-hmm. because I'm afraid of heights. Mm-hmm. And so you're in the Corvette in front of us, mm-hmm. and I'm in the truck, mm-hmm. and we're driving, and it's hilly. And I'm like, oh gosh, my stomach was just kind of dropping. And I'm like, I hate these hills. And all of a sudden I was like, where your attention goes, focus flows. Look straight ahead. Look at Flip's butt, the butt of that Corvette, and look at the lines, and just follow the lines. Don't even pay attention to what's out there. Don't allow yourself to get queasy and distracted, because who knows what would have happened? Because I wasn't looking at the road. I was like, ah!
Right. Yeah, and those weren't hills. Those were mountains. Yeah. Those were mountains. Yeah.
But anyways, I think that was the conversation that we had, mm-hmm. When we started talking about it. I was like, oh, that's a perfect example and story for the podcast, because I was just like freaking out, and I was just like, nope. And I literally was looking at the back of your car and the yellow line, and that's all I looked at for hours until we were out of that section of the drive. Right. And it told me, apply this to business. What mm-hmm. just happened to you? I was very, very focused. I did what I needed to do. And if I would just do that in business and stop being distracted by mm-hmm. so many different things, how much energy and focus could I apply, and how would that impact, the moving the needle, mm-hmm. right? In what we're doing and what we're accomplishing. And we talk about baby steps all the time. For people who have accomplished taking baby steps and they're mm-hmm. okay with the activity and comfortable,
right.
I think that you can apply this where attention goes, focus flows, mm-hmm. because then you can just go, whew,
right.
And I think right now we're applying this in our business in the marketing side. Mm-hmm. Right? We've always wanted to be focused on providing great content,
right.
Writing articles, being featured in Forbes. Just had a call this morning with Carmen from Think Realty magazine, and we're going to start being published there.
Right. And
we're finally at a point where we want to start a podcast tour. Mm-hmm. We want to be out there. We want to be talking. We want to be sharing. We want to be helping other people do what we're doing, mm-hmm. Because the passion for us to achieve this freedom through passive income it's not our dream alone, right?
Right.
Everybody in the whole wide world
yep.
would love to have time freedom and financial freedom.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So how do we do it? We do it by surrounding ourselves with people that want to do the same thing, mm-hmm. and we help each other along the journey. So mm-hmm. I just thought that this would be impactful, because we're finally getting into the point where we can focus on marketing. Mm-hmm. And I'm on calls every single week talking about marketing, finally. And it's really creating a little bit of momentum. It's not strong momentum yet, but a mm-hmm. little bit of momentum in the area of, oh, hey, we've got some ideas. We've got some branding thoughts. We've got some really clean content that we can start speaking about, mm-hmm. And sharing with other people. And it was that. And that's why I said, let's record this today, because we're actually starting to make that happen. Our attention is here, and so therefore our focus mm-hmm. has become greater. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much that has applied to you and what you're doing, because I know your office is straight above mine.
Yeah, well, I think since we moved to Florida, my focus has been on contractors and getting this house fixed.
Yes.
But I'm almost to the end of that. Almost. Yeah. But yeah, no, this is something that we've always talked about. Making sure that we put the blinders on and we're focused on something. And and I think the reason why Pastor Rob said it is because when he's riding his motorcycle, he said when he sees a pothole to not look at it.
Oh.
And so it's sort of the anti-focus.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's like your normal business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're working and you see an email that just came in.
Yep.
Don't look at it.
Yes. In fact, prior to us coming upstairs to record these podcasts, there was a couple texts that came in, and I know that you got them too because it was a group text to both of us. And I was like, don't look at it.
I did. I can tell you what they said. But yeah, that's the thing that it's avoiding, but that's the focus.
Yeah.
But it's like we get constantly pinged, ping
yes.
from this, that, and the other,
yep.
And whatever it may be, and that's the hard part is it's like at the end of the day, like I meant to do 2 things today, but I didn't do those.
Yes.
What did I do?
Yes.
Was today lost? No, you did the 100 other things that just came at you. When you were trying to focus on these 2.
Yeah.
So it's put the blinders on, focus on what you need to focus on, just shut everything down.
Yes. Yeah.
So
be able to manage your own schedule. That's something I'm learning how to do better. And this morning actually was a perfect example because I know I've got a couple pages worth of stuff that need my attention in some way, shape, or form. But I was like, hey, we got to record some podcasts because we got to get them out there.
Yeah.
So that's number one.
Right.
And I've got a calendar full of appointments today. Mm-hmm. So where do I fit that in? And so I literally opened up a fresh page so that I wasn't looking at the other, long list that I have to do. And I said, okay, my first appointment is at 8:30. It's with Carmen from Think Realty. And then I got to write these scripts and we got to go up and record these podcasts. And then I have an 11 and I think a 12, a 12:30, a 1, and then a 2 and a 2:30. And I just wrote them all down. I was like, all right, starting at 11, I'm just done. I'm now back-to-back appointments. And so we have to do these things. And I saw the text come in. I know there was emails that haven't been addressed, but Jody, thankfully, is managing my email.
Thankfully.
But so it was really, really great to just go, hey, I'm going to ignore all those and I'm going to put my attention here. And this is where my focus is. And boom, we got up here. We recorded the needed things. We actually revised what we were going to do because we're going to Ohio. I just think it's an important lesson that's really, really hard to apply.
Yep.
Right?
It's hard. It's easy to go, I can quick do that one.
Yes. Yeah.
I can quick do that thing. I can quick do that thing. And then at the end of the day, you just quick did a whole bunch of things that weren't what you wanted to focus on.
Yes. Yeah. So I think if we're going to give you guys a takeaway or a next step, I think the last 3 episodes that we just recorded this morning. It's Monday oh, look, somebody's at our door. It's Monday the 10th. This is probably your garage, guys. So
Talk about contractors.
Yeah. It's Monday the 10th, and we just did 3 episodes that really will help you to create some motion and make some impact on the things that you're doing in your business, in your life, and in your investing. And that's really what we're trying to do and trying to help you with here. So we're going to end the episode so Flip can go meet a garage door, guys.
Well, we hope that you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you're heading on over to our website, freedomcapitalinvestments.com, to join the Investor Club. But we like to end all of our episodes with
Invest Smart.
Live Happy.
Bye everybody.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on the show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit and loss.